All right, and this is part 2 from 8-Bit Aleworks. Trying some of their awesome beers on their 1-year anniversary. Check it out. Yeah. All right, the next one I am trying is the Mayan Chocolate Beer. Now, this beer is an 11.2% alcohol beer. Almost barley wine material, but it is a chocolate stout. So, it's a little warm for a chocolate stout, but hell with it. Let's try it. Oh my God! Wow! Now, this is a really potent beer. Very tasty. Now, I can definitely taste the chocolate in this thing. It's got a good chocolate flavor to it. That stout characteristic, the heaviness of it, it is really, really something else. But it's also potent. But you know what's interesting about this? It's okay, you expect an 11% beer to be like a barley wine where it's like just really goes at you. But it doesn't do this with this beer. It's really actually very enjoyable. It's got a good flavor to it. It's really delicious. I would recommend you give this one a try. Inside a little cooler, but it is a good beer. You gotta try it. Mayan Chocolate. Yeah. All right, the next beer I am trying is the 1-year anniversary ale. Now, this ale is an IPA style. It's 7.5% alcohol. It's probably gonna be 60, 70 IBUs, and so let's go ahead and give this a try. True classic West Coast IPA. This is a really, really good IPA. The hop bitterness comes out. It's got a really, really good malt character to it too. I mean, the combination of the malts with the hops really blend nicely, which is a lot of IPAs when you try them. The hops overpower, and it's normal for the style. There's nothing wrong with that. But this one, the balance between the malts and the hops really, really comes out. Yeah, as I said, this is a really, really good IPA. So, I think they're going to have this one for a little while. So, once again, you got to come by 8-Bit. You got to check out their beers. And if they still got the anniversary ale up, you got to try that. And if they don't, try something else. They got some really good beers here. Yeah. All right, the next one I am trying is the Hopsassin's Creed with coconut oolong tea. So this ought to be interesting. Let's try this. Wow. This is really, really good. Okay, the Hopsassin's Creed is a pale ale style beer, and I gotta admit, it's got a really good taste, but that coconut really comes out. I can taste it. Now, the funny part about the coconut is it comes out, but it's just mild enough. It's not incredibly heavy. It just adds to the taste, but you can taste the coconut. You really, really can. And wow, it adds something to this beer. It really, really does. It definitely different. So, hey, if you get a chance, as I said, I don't know a lot of these beers that they're going to have them all the time, but their beers here are good anyway. So you got to stop by 8-Bit Aleworks. Check this out, because this is really good stuff. Yeah. All right, the next one we are trying is the Shandy Man. And I am hanging out with Brent because he's the guy that came up with the idea and the name. And you know what?
That's right.
I'll let you talk about it.
Well, it was my first day working here full time. And the owners had just gone away to Flagstaff for a beer conference. And so they let me have control of the bar. And a little old British lady comes in and sits down and says, "Young man, I'd like to have a shandy, please." And I said, "Well, we don't have shandies on the menu." And she said, "Well, just take a bottle of Sprite and pour it in there for me." And I was like, "Oh, that sounds really horrible." So I went to the back and I found one of Ryan's super secret sodas. It's called Sundrop. It's really hard to get, and only Ryan likes it. And so I pulled that out.
Okay.
And I mixed it with the White Mage, and I kind of made a nice little balance. And I kind of scared, my first day on the job, I kind of brought out to the lady. I'm like, "Here you are, lady." And she took a little sip. And I was kind of scared, like she was going to hate it, you know. And she goes, "Oh, this is just splendid. This is the most marvelous shandy I've ever had in my whole life." And so I told the Wittens that, and they were both just terrified that I had done something to their beer, like pour soda in it. And so then I got fired. And I get fired every day ever since for random things. But now Ryan has finally seen the light. He's finally seen the truth that Shandy's where it's at. So now,
So we're gonna give this a try. You're fired!
You just
You
fired
sound like
me.
Donald Trump.
oh dear,
All right, let's give this a try.
go for it.
I like this. Now, I've been in Germany, and in Germany, these are known as Radlers. And yes, they pour Sprite in it. But it is true, this has definitely got that Shandy style, Radler style that you find in Germany of all places. And I will admit, I have not tried a Radler since I've been outside of Germany. This is the first place I had a Radler outside of Germany. And this is definitely a Radler style beer. I get that sweet flavor.
Yep.
I get it's a white mage, right?
Yeah, white
they
mage,
mix it with. So they got the white mage, and you know, this is really good beer. Now, I don't know how long they're going to have it here, and whether Brent will be working here or not, but you know what? If you get here quick, you might be able to try it. It's the Shandy, created by Brent. Brent bartends here on Saturdays and Sundays, right?
That's right, yeah, Sundays and Mondays.
Sundays and Mondays. Sundays and Mondays.
Yep.
Check it out. Yeah. All right, and I am signing off from 8-Bit Aleworks on their 1-year anniversary party. It's been a great time. We got some awesome beers, and as I said, check this place out. It's in Avondale, West Phoenix. Make the trip if you don't live here. Just do it. You gotta check this place out. It's an awesome place. So, take it easy. Listen to metal. Drink beer. Yeah. Also, he's part of an 8-Bit Aleworks Gamers group, and I'm not going to go too much into that, but it's a group that I'm involved with. I'll put it in the comments later if you get interested in it. So